Well, hi racing fans, and welcome back to the channel and to the Ultimate Racing League for our Wednesday evening challenge. We are in League 1 and it is the BMW M3, as you can see on screen. This is race 2. We are in Japan at the Kyoto Driving Park, and we are on the Yamigawa plus Miyabi track. So an extremely long track, 4 miles of it, 19 turns, and we've already seen a great race and some spills and thrills in race 1. This is race 2. We've had a bit of a mix up on the grid. I'm not sure what's going on. It's got Volcanic Ash as pole position, but he's all the way at the back, when in fact it was Wadru that won race 1. So we'll go down the grid anyway as it stands, but I'm sure it'll sort itself out. So it's saying that Volcanic Ash showing Volcanic Ash is in pole. He's not. He is at the back, as you can see, in 15th position. Wadru is actually on pole position, and the blue flag's waving because it's just another PD glitch, because it's put the guy in pole all the way at the back, so everybody in front of him is getting a blue flag. I'm sure it'll sort it out. Anyway, so Wadru in pole but in second as we are looking at it now. Then we've got Fitzy, then Derg, Love Rocket Rods. Method is in 6th or 5th. Neil Farmack, what a fantastic race he had. Started at the back of the grid in race 1. Made his way up to 6th. So great racing for Neil Farmack. So I'm expecting even better from him in this race. Brian Moncarnage just behind him. Then we've got Wayne G. Had a bit of a spill on the first couple of laps in race 1, which put him to the back. But he had a good recovery. So made his way up there to, I think it was 8th he finished in the end. Then we've got Hawkeye, formerly known as Captain Slow. Stealth is just behind him, with Unforgiven just behind Stealth in 12th. Flash 84 is 13th. Then we've got Brownie in 14th. Jitterbug 15th, and D-Rock 16th. So I'm expecting something a little bit better from those guys. Maybe they're just getting used to the car and the track, but hopefully they'll have a good race this time out. So I don't know who to focus on at the minute. So let's not focus on anybody, eh? We'll get this race underway. We'll see what happens when the lights go out. Lights out, and we are away. So Wadru leads us down towards turn 1. It's still showing that Volcanic Ash is out in front, so that's why the blue flags are all about. But the guys are racing. We'll just see what happens. Oh, as Dirk goes very wide, manages to get back on track though. He is going to have dirty tyres though through these next couple of turns, and he's got Love Rocket Rods all over him. Neil Farmack is in there as well. Neil had a fantastic race first time, and he'll be looking to get up into the top 3. I'm sure he will. So Dirk coming under a lot of pressure from Love Rocket Rods, who goes up on the inside of Dirk and gets the job done. So Love Rocket moves up into 3rd. Neil Farmack just sitting behind Dirk in 5th. It is all happening. Oh, it's all happening at the back there. Hawkeye goes very wide but manages to stay on the track. Now we have lost one. Let's go down. It is Method. Now look, it must be from the start. Let's have a look. Well, yeah, I'm going to watch it from the start, because he just seemed to be struggling at turn 1. Everybody got away, got a great start. Neil Farmack comes up the inside. Wayne G tries to follow him. It is all getting a bit tight in there. Oh, no, yeah, there was a bit of bumper kissing and door slamming and all sorts going on there. That was unlucky for Method. There was nothing intentional. I just think there was just too many cars in there. So back up to the top then, and as usual we see Wadru out in front with Fitzy just behind him, and those two already looking to pull away from the rest of the pack, as Fitzy has a bit of a look at Wadru. Ooh, gets right up close and personal through turn 12. So these two are going to continue the battle that they had in race 1. Fitzy getting in the slipstream of Wadru. Is he going to have a look at making a move? No, he's just had to back out at turn 13. I think he's just going to sit there and put the pressure on Wadru, who really just soaks it up like a sponge. It doesn't bother him at all, does it? Or it doesn't appear to bother him. he just takes it, Fitzy just keeps throwing it, and Wadru just keeps catching it. So that's them two off and running already. Love Rocket Rod's up into third after that great move in the first couple of turns, but Dirk is fighting back, and Dirk is getting himself on the inside. Oh, just had to back out, couldn't quite get it done. So Love Rocket Rod still in third, Dirk in fourth, Neil Farmack, he's in fifth, the man on a mission tonight. Now then, I'm going to have a look at the tyres, because I've just noticed that Neil Farmack is on the medium tyres. Now remember, medium tyres have to be used at least once throughout the 3 races. Everybody on softs, I think, in race 1. But Wadru and Fitzy both on softs. Love Rockets, he's on medium, so he's having a great race in third position. Managing to hold up Dirk and Neil Farmack. So Dirk is on the soft tyres, so I would expect Dirk to be making a move on Love Rocket Rods pretty soon. Remember, there is no tyre wear for tonight's races, purely because this track is renowned tyre shredder. As Neil Farmack has a look at the outside of Dirk, he wants to go the long way round. Wayne G thinking about following him as well, but no, he slots in behind Dirk. He's thinking of picking the slipstream up there, slingshots out to the outside, and decides, yeah, I am going to follow Neil Farmack. Let's just jump on board with Wayne G to see it all unfold. Now then, Dirk went a bit wide. Neil Farmack gets through, so Dirk dropped down to 5th. Wayne G now having a bit of a go at Dirk. It looks like a mugging that's going on here. Oh, as Neil Farmack gets himself all out of shape. Manages to recover, but has lost a couple of places now and has to slot in behind Wayne G. So Neil Farmack, a rare mistake from him. Dirk back up to 4th with Love Rocket Rods back into 3rd, so it's as we were. Neil Farmack now in 6th. And he's got it all to do again, hasn't he? Up towards turn 13 we go. One of the few hairpins on this track into what would be the chicane if you were just on the Yamagawa track. Then into the right-hander, and immediately you're into the left of turn 16. Neil Farmack still sitting there in 6th behind Wayne G. Wayne G just watching Dirk and Love Rocket Rods up ahead, as Dirk is really putting the pressure on Love Rocket Rods as they go through the chicane. Oh, Dirk did not get the best of exits. Wayne G on the other hand did, and has managed to move himself up into 4th. Now then, if he can get a great exit out of this final turn 19, he could probably make a move on Love Rocket Rods, but I think Love Rocket got a decent exit as well. Dirk basically pushing Wayne G along. That's the view he's got. That's tailgating, Dirk. You can't do that. Well, you can in racing, obviously. Fantastic racing from these guys. The 4 of them are having a tremendous battle. We're going to just drop down a little bit and see what's happening elsewhere, as we see Brownie. He's on his own a little bit, but while the guys up ahead are fighting, that's going to enable him to try and catch up. Brownie is on the racing softs, so hopefully he can get onto the back of those guys in front of him. Then we've got Unforgiven. He's having a much better race this time out. He's on the medium tyres as well. He's got Stealth all over the back of him. Now Stealth has changed livery. In fact, I think in race 1 the livery didn't come through, because this is Stealth's livery, the Iron Brew, being from Scotland. So the livery sorted. Oh, what's happened to Brownie? Brownie was he was out and on his own, wasn't he? But as he had a bit of a moment, he was looking at getting onto the back of the guys in front of him. Now let's just see what's happened. Oh yeah, he just couldn't get the car slowed down enough as we've gone into turn 8, and that's allowed everybody else to catch up. And that's cost him a few spots, that has, unfortunately for Brownie. Unforgiven's gone through, Stealth has gone through, Brian Moncani has gone through. So Brownie's gone at looking at the back of the guys in 4th, 5th and 6th, and now he finds himself down in 10th. So that's unlucky for Brownie. Stealth He's having a bit of a tussle with Brian Mulcahy, isn't he? This is fantastic racing throughout the grid. In race 2, as Stealth pushes his way through to 8th position. Brian Mulcahy, though, he's going to come back at him. Stealth is on the medium tyres. Brian Mulcahy is on the softs. And you can see Brian Mulcahy. It is bumper to bumper stuff. This is literally bumper to bumper. Stealth defending hard. Oh, and we've had a punt. We've had a punt. Let's just go back. And I think Stealth was involved in this. Oh, he got a tap. Oh no, that was, he got a tap. I think he got a tap from Brian Mulcahy. Now obviously nothing intentional, but when you are racing this close, it's inevitable there's going to be a little bit of contact. And I think the braking just caught Brian out. He punted Stealth, who then took Unforgiven. Poor old Unforgiven. Wonder what the hell was going on then. He's having to wait until there's a gap to return. Now Brian and Stealth have waited, which is the right thing to do. So Unforgiven rejoins in 10th. Stealth is in 11th and Brian Mulcahy 12th. So those three will have to sort themselves out. Jitterbug up into 13th. Then we've got Hawkeye in 14th, not that far behind Jitterbug. D-Rock in 15th with Flash 84 down in 16th. So it looks like Flash 84 and D-Rock are having their own little battle there. Oh, as D-Rock goes off. Just couldn't slow down enough at the chicane. And that's cost him a place and put him down in 16th. Flash though has managed to carry on going and crosses the start-finish line to start his next lap. He's on lap 4. So back up to the top then. Wadru still fighting with Fitzy. These two really are unstoppable, aren't they? But still no change. Wadru leading the way. Both on the soft tyres. Wayne G has made his way up into 3rd. Neil Farmack is in 4th. So these guys that were battling earlier have managed to calm down a little bit. So Neil Farmack now in 4th. Let's have a look. Wayne G on the softs as well. So the top 3 guys on soft tyres. So I think they will be on the mediums in the next race. Neil Farmack, however, he's up into 4th and will be on soft tyres again in race 3, I believe. Derview in 5th. Now they've all calmed down. Around turn 13 for Dirk. Brownie's made his way back up into 6th, so something's happened there then, because he dropped down to 10th at one point. Maybe it was the incident with Unforgiven, Stealth and Brian Mulcahy. I don't know. Love Rocket Rog is down in 7th. Now Love Rocket Rog, well, I'm not going to go back because I'll never find it. It was too far, but Love Rocket Rog was right up there in amongst the leaders. And we've got a yellow flag. Why have we got a yellow flag? Well, I can't see what it is. But Love Rocket Rogers in 6th, and he's got Method all over the back of him. So Love Rocket and Method are having a bit of a fight it out for P6. We're just approaching the 9.5 minute mark as Method has a quick look up the inside and gets himself up into P6. What a great move that was at turn 19 and across the start finish line. However, Love Rocket Rogers is coming back at him though. They are now side by side going into turn 1. Love Rocket Rogers is going to have to go the long way round if he wants it. Method is defending hard. He's staying on that inside line. Still side by side. Around turn 1 they go. Method just managing to keep his nose in front. Love Rocket Rogers has to slot in behind as they go into this small chicane section of turns 3, 4 and 5. And let's have a look as they come up the hill and onto the straight heading towards turn 6. Method still just ahead of Love Rocket Rods into this long sweeping left-hander, the tyre shredder, and then they start on down the hill towards turn 8, a very sharp right-handed hairpin. Oh, I thought Love Rocket Rods was having a bit of a cheeky look up the inside, but thought better of it. Method just hanging on. He's doing everything he can to keep Love Rocket Rods behind him. What a fantastic battle these guys are having. Through turn 9, down through to turn 10 and 11, and it is still Method in front. Love Rocket Rod's really putting the pressure on. The slightest mistake from either of these guys is going to cost them that spot. Around turn 12, and it is still Method. He just cannot shake off Love Rocket Rod's. And Love Rocket Rod comes back up at him again as they go up towards turn 13. Another hairpin turn. Where they're gone? Where's the cameraman doing? There they are. Still Method in 6th. Love Rocket Rod is 7th. Then we've got another little battle going on just behind. In 8th position, we've got Unforgiven with Brian Moncarney piling the pressure on Unforgiven. Stealth is not that far behind in the Iron Brew livery BMW. And where's Brownie? Brownie's not that far either, so there's some fantastic little battles going on, isn't there, throughout the grid. Volcanic Ash sitting in 12th. Then we've got Jitterbug. He's in 13th with Hawkeye sitting behind him in 14th. Oh, bit of a slide on from Hawkeye. Flash 84 in 15th with D-Rock in 16th. If we go back up to the top just to see what's happening, we've got Woodrew out in front as usual. Fitzy in 2nd with Wayne G now in 3rd and looking good. No pressure at all on Wayne G, so the top 3 again are pretty much sealed, done and delivered. Neil Farmack in 4th. He's got Dirk for company now. Neil Farmack is on the mediums and Dirk is on the softs. Now with no tyre wear, obviously the tyres are still as fresh as if they were just put on. So well, it just shows you that Neil Farmack is doing a fantastic job, because if he's managing to keep Dirk behind him on the soft tyres, he's having a great race, isn't he? Method still in 6th, and Love Rocket Rod is really being frustrated, isn't he? There is a very slight gap, a couple of car lengths distance between the two of them now, and a little bit of lag kicking in, I can see, on Love Rocket Rod's car. I hope that doesn't spoil things too much, it doesn't get any worse. Unforgiven in 8th. Stealth chasing him down in 9th. Stealth is having a good race this time out, and looks a lot better as well. Loving the livery on that car. Makes you thirsty, doesn't it, when you see things like Iron Brew and what's the other one, the mellow yellow stuff. Brian Moncarney down in 10th. Brownie up to 11th. Then we've got Volcanic Ash, Hawkeye, Jitterbug, Flash 84, D-Rock. Back up to our leader, Woodrew. Got the fastest lap, 2:16.6. He's across the line to start his final lap. We are into the last minute of this race, so let's go down and see as people cross the line. We don't want to miss anybody crossing the line, do we? As another little three-way battle goes on between, it is Unforgiven, then we've got Stealth, then we've got Brian Moncarney. 30 seconds of this race to go, as Brian Moncarney looks to get a little bit closer to Stealth. Brian Moncarney got a fantastic exit out of turn 1 into this sort of S section of the track, and now Brian Moncarney's all over the back of Stealth. Oh, and Brian goes onto the grass, manages to recover. He's got himself back onto the tarmac and back underneath Stealth. We're going to have to leave him. No, we're not. I was just going to say somebody's going to cross the line. Oh, Brian's picked up a penalty. That is so unlucky. He was pushing so hard out of turn 1. Manages to get back on the track. Now let's just have a look and see who's finishing. It will be D-Rock who's going to finish first. Oh, as he has a big slam into barrier, and you can see the battle scars on the front of that BMW. The mechanics have got some work to do before the next race. They need to get underneath that car as well to make sure there's no leaks or radiator damage, because that was a big hit. But D-Rock crosses the line in 16th. and I'm sure he'll be glad to get this race out of the way. Now let's just have a look and see who is next. So it will be our race leader and soon to be winner, Wadru, as he comes up to turn 19 for the final time in race 2. Led from the start, both of them really, they're just pushing each other along as Wadru takes the second win of the day. So well done to him. Fitzy in second, fantastic racing from those two guys. Wayne G, brilliant race from Wayne G to take that third podium spot. He'll be chuffed with that. Neil Farmer, well, what a great racing he's had tonight. He finishes in 4th with Durgu just behind him in 5th, so well done to those guys. Method, he's going to cross the line in 6th, and what a fantastic battle he has had with Love Rocket Rods. Great to watch, good respectful racing. So Method across the line in 6th, Love Rocket in 7th, Unforgiven, he will cross the line in 8th, Brahman Khan in 9th, Brownie 10th, Stealth 11th, Jitterbug, he will cross the line in 12th, as we are just coming through turn 19 now. Still loving the look of that car. It has got NASCAR written all over it, hasn't it? Well, it hasn't got it written all over it, but it looks NASCAR, you know what I mean. So that's Jitterbug in 12th, Flash 84 in 13th, with Hawkeye across the line in 14th, and Volcanic Ash will cross the line in 15th, and he's just got to serve a penalty before he does. Strange place to have the penalty box just before the finish line, but Volcanic Ash across the line in 15th. So that was race 2. One more race to go. Hopefully you can join me for that. So I shall see you on the other side.